Hello, my name's Kevin O'Sullivan. I'll do that. Conspiracy theory. It's all about the government, the conspiracy theory. They're not telling you the truth and all that. I could do that. £1 million a year.
Welcome to another episode of the Showbiz Showdown, and today we are talking about Russell Brand. The man has been deplatformed. YouTube have stopped him from earning money. BBC iPlayer and Channel 4 have removed all of his comedy specials and radio shows. So the guy has basically lost his voice. So the big question, is it fair to deplatform / cancel Russell Brand? Joining me in the studio, TalkTV legend Kevin O'Sullivan. Kev, Russell Brand. I know you're a libertarian and you're going to say, well, innocent until proven guilty. But I'm not sure you're going to convince me on this one.
Well, I'm conflicted on this.
Okay.
I mean, it's not just these stories that have formed my opinion of Russell Brand. I was around during his rise in the noughties.
Yeah.
And I heard stories. I have heard stories. So I never had a high opinion of him. Now we've got these allegations against him. 4 women saying he sexually assaulted them. 1 that he fully raped her in Los Angeles. And now a 5th woman has come forward to say he sexually assaulted him. And she's gone straight to the police, which will spell trouble for him. So what I'm really saying is I sort of personally think, well, you had it coming, mate. Serves you damn right.
Yeah.
But that said, I'm uncomfortable about the cancellation process because in the end, don't forget, we must stress, Russell Brand denies all of these allegations and said that whilst he was promiscuous, all of the sex he had was always consensual. Now, none of these allegations, none of these accusations, these charges against him have been proved. And yet his life is now officially ruined. My God, has he been cancelled? I mean, it kicked off with YouTube demonetizing his platform, his channel, from which, by the way, can I do some of this, please? He made 5 short videos a week for £1 million. £1 million a year he made out of that.
Yeah.
So I think there's a vacancy at YouTube. Hello, my name's Kevin O'Sullivan. I'll do that. Conspiracy theory. It's all about the government, the conspiracy theory. They're not telling you the truth and all that. I could do that. £1 million a year. Anyway, they've so that there goes the money from that. Also, his publishers of his books, they've dropped him. His publicist has dropped him. And he has had to quit 2 of his own companies, and he's even had to close down his pub. It's called the Crown Inn. It's near his house in Oxfordshire. So he's lost everything.
Yeah.
He is now officially, fully cancelled, and nothing has been proved against him. So whilst in my heart of hearts, I feel Russell Brand fully deserves his fate. Philosophically, there's something really wrong about any person having their life ruined just on the back of unproven accusations.
Yes. But I would
Thank
say...
you. End of discussion.
That was the Showbiz Showdown. But I would say that having read the full investigation in the Sunday Times, and watched the Channel 4 documentary, I can't... Piers Morgan said he can't believe he doesn't support the believe every woman. He doesn't believe that. Believe some, but he doesn't believe all. Whether we believe all or not of these accusations, the fact that one of the women who said that Russell had raped her then has the text message proof. She has messages
I'm
of
really
him.
sorry about that.
Him
It
apologising.
was selfish of me.
Yeah, precisely. Begging for forgiveness. Now, he doesn't say I'm sorry for raping you, but he's apologising for some kind of bad behaviour. And then the fact about him having a 16-year-old who was in a school uniform getting a car from school to go and see him, that, for me, is enough to say that, actually, his character is not a good character. So YouTube should not be putting him on there and allowing him to earn money from his videos.
Yeah, well, he, as I say, I mean, the level of his cancellation is profound.
Yeah.
And I don't like the cancellation process, particularly... look, there are certain sort of TV channels and newspapers who just take the view, all cancel culture is all wrong. We've always had cancel culture. If you get done for rape or murder, you will find effectively your career and your life is cancelled.
Yeah.
So it's not a new thing. But with Russell Brand, or generally what I feel is I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of people having their lives ruined just because someone said they did something and it's not proved. So that said, I can't help feeling, as I say in my heart of hearts, Russell Brand deserves everything that's coming his way because he's a cocky SOB.
Yeah.
He says, this is a coordinated attempt by the mainstream media because I speak out against it. Hey, mate, you're just a pipsqueak. You think the mainstream media or the establishment give a damn about you?
Exactly.
No, he's got a grandiose opinion of his own importance.
Well, here's a clip of Russell Brand back on his radio show talking to a 15-year-old girl and advising her to have a sex party for her 16th birthday.
Now, I think you should theme the party around legal sex.
Hello.
You all right, sweetheart?
Yeah.
What seems to be the trouble?
Well, I'm going to have a 16th party, well, hopefully.
16th party? You've had 15 up till now. Do you have one every year?
No, I only had one last year.
Right, but you are 16 years of age.
Going to be in February, but I want ideas.
I suppose you're 16, you can't really drink booze yet, or any drugs because that's illegal. 16, right, now you will be legally allowed to have sexual partners. Now I think you should theme the party around legal sex. Why don't you have it themed around vampires? Because I suppose what you really want to do is heighten the mood of, like, you're 16, you're still essentially a child, but you're coming of age. I think you want to heighten the mood of danger. So dress as say it's a vampire themed party. Why not? February.
No, a masked ball.
Masked ball, like
That's good.
oh, hold on, a Venetian masked ball. That's a good idea, Matt. In its way, erotic, but in a suppressed, suitable way for a 16-year-old girl.
So that's just one example of the many lewd conversations Brand was having. I mean, that one was with a 15-year-old girl. And for some reason, at the time, everyone was like, oh, typical Russell.
What he did with our very own TalkTV's Vanessa Phelps. She went on to his then show, his chat show, and he suggested that she got together with him and her two daughters for a sex session.
Yeah.
I mean, that was on telly.
Yeah.
And Vanessa has made it very clear this week that she's upset about that to this day.
Yeah. And then you've got Danny Minogue, who spoke out about him and basically said that he was a sexual predator. And then his ex-wife, after divorcing him, said that she'd seen the real him but didn't want to elaborate. I think that's a bit irresponsible. I don't want to blame women for Russell Brand's behaviour. He's the one at fault. But when we talk about people allowing his behaviour, if Katy Perry had come out and said at the end of the marriage, he's a sicko for this reason and this reason, he's done this wrong, and I presume he's done X, Y, and Z, maybe that would have alerted more females to be like, let me steer clear of Russell Brand.
Yeah, I'm ambivalent about Katy Perry because she says she knows something about him and she says she's locked it in her closet for a rainy day. Well, if it's true what they're saying about Russell Brand, that he's a dangerous sex predator, then I think Katy Perry owes it to the sisterhood, owes it to her fellow women to tell them or tell us what she knows.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, leave your comments below. Should Russell Brand be cancelled / deplatformed? I think it's a hearty yes. And just to speak to the sycophants and the fanboys of Russell Brand who are going to deny that he's done anything wrong, and as Kevin says, which is a big conspiracy, mainstream media attacking this amoeba of a man. No one cares about you, Russell Brand. Essentially, there are hundreds of bigger YouTubers, hundreds of influencers who have a bigger following than you, who also spout rubbish, no one is going after them. You're being targeted now because of accusations that have been made, which, in my opinion, upholding. They are upholding.
Can I just say something? You're absolutely right, JJ. That these allegations against him by the four women should be taken very, very seriously. But this is not trial by media. In a purely journalistic terms, what the Times, Sunday Times and Dispatches did was they broke a major story, what we would call a great story.
Yeah.
And the newspapers are now covering it like crazy because people want to read it. It's not trial by media. That is the process of journalism.
Yeah, it's just good old reporting. So tell us what you think below in the comments. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. I want to hear all your reasons. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you again later.